Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and today I'm going to do another challenge set by one of my subscribers, and this one I'm going to call At Sweat Part 2. This time, it's personal. Well, you can't beat a good sequel, I think you'll agree, especially one that's got a colon in its title and another strapline to make it even more interesting. But this sequel involves this rather difficult to use piece. It's from Belleville and it's piece number 6181, which is a swimming pool which has been delivered by my express passenger train. And it was only in one set, 5890, Pretty Wishes Playhouse from 1994, which is a pretty bleh set if you ask me. But there is a nice dog there. Should maybe get that, but maybe it'll be a bit huge in minifigure scale. Anyway, yeah, the challenge was to use this piece. And it's very strangely shaped, as you can see. It's not got very many studs on the inside. And these curves on the outside are not a sort of standard shape, so we won't be having anything sort of lining that at all. But I kind of like the idea of having a swimming pool in my city. But the question really is where to put it. I mean, we've got two options really. Having it out in the open. Well, my city's a bit dense for that. Well, we could use something like this, but we've got buildings earmarked for that. And, well, a quick look round, and we've already run out of options. Another one that somebody suggested at the time was to try and sort of have it roof mounted. And yeah, that technically would work, but I mean, golly, it's just so big. It's not going to fit on many, not without major reconstructive work. And then I thought, well, hold on, one building that's got quite a big flat roof is At Sweat, because it's pretty big, being a facade of a much bigger building that I perceive goes right on into other parts of the city through the wall. And I thought, well, it could go on the roof of that. But then I thought even further, given that this is a gym, I mean, gyms often have swimming pools attached, so why not make another floor with that inside it? And that could be the best of both worlds, because then it won't look so awkward and weird because it'll be inside a building rather than sat on the top. It'll be right on theme. And, well, I think this building's quite scalable because I deliberately built it, as I do many of my buildings, with roof sort of sections that can lift right off. So essentially, if I keep the roof as is, I can just kind of add one more floor, kind of like you would for a modular, and then stick the old roof back on top, and that would really work quite well. So that is my plan. So I think we need to take the swimming pool piece down to the building desk. And here we are at the Lego desk. And yeah, this piece is big, blue and unwieldy, but I think I can use that big size to my advantage, because getting 32 by 16 in plates is quite difficult to do at the best of times, and the best I can do is using 4 of these 8 by 16s. But I can use this piece kind of to help with the strength of the build, I think, by kind of using it to kind of connect together all of these pieces. I may need to add a few more on the bottom, but I think with a bit of a front wall giving support as well, this might actually be strong enough, just kind of like that. So it kind of dictates the position of the pool, and there really isn't much room on any side for any more detail. But as I keep saying, this is a facade, so the changing rooms and everything else would be much over there, as well as a way into it and all the rest of it. So you don't have to point out that I haven't got any stairs linking this directly with the gym. Anyway, I'm going to continue the sort of pattern that we had on the original floor, just by having a black stripe along the bottom. And that just gives it a bit of contrast before we have the large sort of expansive section of white walls. So just put that together with some random combination of black bricks that I had to hand. And while we've got it open like this, I thought I might focus on what we're going to put on the interior. And I wanted some bright pieces, basically, because you are going to be staring at this through a great big wall of glass and not be able to see too much from a distance. So I thought the ladders to kind of get into the pool, I would use bright yellow. And I'm kind of try and connect that onto each corner there. So we've got a way of getting in the thing. That looks good. Then I reckon we need a lifeguard. So I've just got this very basic sort of lifeguard chair type build to go on the back side. And I'm really limited for space. I mean, you'd have to squeeze past this in reality, wouldn't you? It'd be quite tricky, but I don't see how else I can fit that feature in. But I think that does look good from a distance, especially. And then the other thing that we definitely need in a swimming pool is a diving board, of course. So I've just built this very basic structure, again, because it doesn't need to be that complicated to see what's going on from the outside when we've got, all of the walls and glass in. And that's going to give it a bit more strength if I kind of clamp that to the edge of the pool, stop it kind of popping off, because it's not got the most sort of anti-studs on the underneath side. So that's good. At least I can have one minifigure kind of standing on that diving board looking like they're about to leap in. So I think that is a good start. Now, while we're on the inside as well, I'm just going to add the column that supports the two sort of roof sections from the back middle, and that I'm going to add a clock to. So everyone can see how long they've been in the pool and how long they've got before they go wrinkly. So there we go, that's that. Now I think we need to build up the walls and of course that glass front. Alright, for the same reason I thought I'd add the minifigures for this scene as well at this point, just so we can really see them. And we've got a girl learning how to dive on the diving board and she seems to be enjoying it. And then we've got her mother giving encouragement from the sideline. We've got a guy in his lovely board shorts running towards the steps. So he'll probably get blown up by the lifeguard soon for running on a slippy surface. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good actually. And I think it will definitely be very visible against the pale wall as the facade in a Lego room. So yeah, I like that. Good. Right, so side wall. Well, I've just done this the same as I have the floor below. I've kind of added the double blue stripe to give it a bit of interest, kind of like everything sporting always has sort of a pair of stripes. And I've added a few more modified bricks as well, just so we can have a kind of life ring on the wall. And also this tile, which actually came in a friend set, if I get it the right way round, which has got the kind of rules and a first aid kit and stuff like that. No running and no diving, but there's a diving board. Anyway, I'm still going to include it because it definitely looks like the sort of thing you'd see on a wall in this sort of scene. And that part was from 41313, Heart Lake Summer Pool from 2017, where it's there on the bottom of their lifeguard chair. So yeah, I like that. I think that's good. Maybe it's no diving in the shallow end, or I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to handle that slight incongruity, won't we? Right, then we've got the other wall, which I've just got another life ring on, just for a bit of colour, that yellow picking up the yellows from the other sort of detailed parts. Looking good. Then we can add our glass panels. And these are the 1x6x5 panels, just in trans. And yeah, I've had to get quite a few of these because I need a lot of these for my double modular kind of build that'll be coming up this autumn. Started getting the pieces for that, finished designing it. I'm kind of uploading that right now. It takes absolutely ages to get all of the parts from the digital thing up because a lot of them are kind of proxies for other parts or printed parts or sticker parts. It's not as simple as just clicking upload once. Anyway, then as for the floor below, I'm going to give it all some strength at the top by adding a blue tiled layer. Oh, and we've got some jumper plates at the corner, and that will help the roof sort of hang on. And join that to that. And then the sides. Now on the lower floor, I've got some adverts on the side, especially for the coffee chain. That was one of them. And there's definitely space for one, well, on either side, really, though one is kind of facing a bit of a rock face. And obviously I've done those new ones recently, so it might be that I can incorporate them or other similar ones at a later date. And then to attach the roof to, on the back corners, I've got these, which I kind of use as vents. And this 2x2 blue tile is from the passenger plane from 2010, which is 3181. And that can go like that. So it's a bit of a box, much like its sister floor underneath, and it's quite simple in a way, but I also think it's very effective. This double stripe makes it look very sporty straight away. We've got this great big gallery windows in so we can see the wonderful scenes, and I think this on top of the gym might be absolutely perfect. And if I just give it a bit of a strength test, yeah, I think it's going to pass as well without any underneath support, so that's really good as well. I mean, that scene is just immediately recognisable and looks pretty good if you ask me. Now, I was thinking of having somebody kind of half in and half out the pool, but if they're with their shorts on, it looks a bit weird because it looks very much like an empty pool that you would hurt your face on if you dived in. So obviously the normal technique is to rip off the legs and have it like that. But I'm not sure that works because of the weird sort of curved edges. Maybe that does work. Actually, now I've said that, that looks a lot better than I thought it would, to be honest. So maybe we should do that. Have him in the pool. Yeah, and then we can see the ring on the wall a bit easier as well. So yeah, maybe I do quite like that, because the other idea is to kind of fill this with some loose bricks. Now, I'm kind of against that in a way, because every time I try and lift this off, or heaven forbid if the train should hit at sweat again and everything sort of collapse, they'll go absolutely everywhere. So I'm kind of against it. So this is option one, where it hasn't got any loose pieces in. And does it look that bad? From a distance, definitely not. I mean, he's sort of at a submerged level and it's blue and shiny. So yeah, that kind of works. And option two would be either to put in some 1x1s in sort of trans colours. Unfortunately, these are all I've got, so that's barely going to look mildly full at all. Or to use maybe some dark azure ones that I had left over from that art project, mosaic, or even maybe this aqua colour. I mean, that's going to look a bit radioactive, isn't it? So I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you're going to be able to see those, and I haven't got enough of those. So I think for now, I'm not going to tip any of them in, but you'll have to give me your impression of what you think it'll look like and whether you think I should go ahead and buy an absolute load of those to fill it up. But you know what? I don't think it looks that bad as it is. But let's see how it looks in the Lego room on top of the gym floor, and then we can apply the roof back on. And, well, I'm thinking it'll look rather good. Let's go see. Well, back in the Lego room, and wow, I do really like this scene, actually. That piece in blue is actually quite good. It's not that clunky when you get to it. It's perfect for this use. I mean, it's a shame that we couldn't sort of add some smooth tiles to the edging, because nothing will go around that curve very smoothly. But yeah, it's asymmetrical sort of shape as well. It adds to the scene, if you ask me. So it's going over there. I guess we'd better do the moment of truth and actually apply it. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart, because I'm doing this one-handed. And should be kind of stackable like modular is, and a bit wobbly, a bit precarious, but there it goes, down on that side, down on that side. You can't push too hard because it's just held up by these two sort of concrete pillars at the front, and they have to be that narrow so neither train hits it. So yeah, we've had that happen before. Hey, but look at that, it's sticking up even more, and I really like that because, well, it looks like we've got another layer of buildings there, kind of like when you look at, say, this area. I always like the view that you've kind of got 1, 2, 3 and then 4 behind it. It just really adds to the depth. And yes, this does too, but we better get the roof on. Where did I put that? It's over here, because we definitely need it to still say at sweat on the roof, which is a fantastic name if you ask me. Sort of very trendy with the at sign. And they can't just call it gym, they've got to call it something weird. I'm not sure that's on quite straight. Oh, there we go, that's gone on. Again, don't want to push it too hard because we'll have a massive accident on film. And there we go. Wow. Hey, I like that. Now, we do have quite a big white space on this wall, and that could definitely take a billboard or something, but we've got loads of those, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. Got the ones we did in the last week, and I've got my Stranger Things one and all sorts. So yeah, that's same on that wall. The roof is the same and looking as good as ever with its solar panels and air conditioner. And yeah, I think that's a really good scene. The fact that there's yellow parts in there, they really stand out. And the fact that we've got sort of yellow minifigure skin on show in abundance as well means they stand out as well. And I love that little scene with the little girl on the diving board. So what do you think about the absence of loose pieces? I don't think it makes too much of a difference. I don't think I'm going to, unless I hear very strongly to you to the contrary. But yeah, that looks good. So, another challenge done, I think you'll agree. At Sweat Part 2 finished. I don't think I want to do a Part 3. But yeah, it looks really good with all the people on the exercise bikes and so on that floor. And then everyone enjoying themselves in a pool on that floor. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. Well, as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And do also remember to tell me what you think of this build. And if you think I should add those loose pieces, of course. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a train build, presumably, on Monday. Then on Wednesday, a brick haul. And then next Friday, another MOC. Looking forward to all of those, I'm sure. So until all of that, see you! Yeah, love it.